Stern sum is an advanced method for solving the 2x2. It is very algorithm heavy, but it is pretty easy to learn if you're good at memorizing algorithms. It can easily get you a below 5-second average. However, it's still not the fastest method. EG or CLL is the fastest method. However, if you just want an expert method that you don't have to work a lot at, this is a good method. Or if you know EG or CLL, and you want a method that you could fall back on if you get a bad case for that, then this is a good method to use for that. The first step of Stern sum is very easy, and you can usually do it in 1 or 2 moves. It is to make 3 pieces of the same face. So right here you could do white easily, these 3 colors. You could do red very easily. You could do blue very easily. So as you can see, the first step of Stern sum is very easy, and you can get a lot of look ahead in this step. Now the second step is, after you get these 3 colors, is to put in the last sticker of the same face and orient all the stickers of the opposite face, like so. And then the last step is just to permute everything. But you should know those algorithms already from Ortega or Guimond. And so this video's main purpose is to show you the algorithms for the second step. And in this video, I'm not going to include the algorithms for the reflections, because you should be able to figure this out by yourself. The only time I'll include a reflection is if I think there's a better algorithm for the reflection. First is the Soudan shape. This case, with everything on the bottom and a Soudan on the top, you should already know it's just the Soudan algorithm. This case right here, where you have the white corner in the front, is U prime, R2 U prime, R U prime R. This case, where you have the white piece right here and the unoriented pieces are all yellow, you do F2 U prime, F U prime, F U prime, F2. This case right here, where the white piece is in the back left, you do R2U, RU prime, R prime U, R prime. This case right here, where you have the white piece in the back right corner, you do U, R2 U prime, R2, F, R prime, F prime. Next we have this shape with 2 oriented and 2 misoriented. And for this case, you would do a U2 and do a F, R, U, R prime, U prime, F prime. For this case, where you have the white corner in the front right, you do F U2, F U2, F prime. For this case, where you have the white corner in the front left, you do R2F times 3. Also for this case, you could do U2, R prime U, R prime, U prime, R U prime R. Our next case is this 2 misoriented shape. And for this case, where your bottom face is already solved, you do U2, RU, R prime, U prime, R prime, F, R, F prime. For this case, with the white corner, for the white piece in the front right, you do U, F prime, U, F, R, U, R prime. R, U prime, R prime. For this case, where you have the white piece in the front left corner, you would do a U prime, R prime, U, R prime, F, R, U prime, R prime. Next we have the 2 diagonal oriented and misoriented pieces. And for this case you would do R, U prime, R prime, D prime, L prime, U, L. For this case, where you have the white piece in the front right corner, you would do U2, F2, R, U, R prime, F. For this case, where you have the white corner in the front left, you would do U prime, R, F, R2, F prime, R prime. For this case, where you have the white corner in the back left, you do R2, B prime, R prime, B, and the algorithm is just L prime, or R prime, but since you probably tilted it, it'll end up being more like an L prime. For this case, where you have the white piece in the back right corner, you'll do D, R, U, R prime, F prime, R, U prime, R. We have the double Soudan case, and for this simple case, you do R2, U2, R prime, U2, R2. This is the only case you learn for double Soudan, where it is in the front right corner. Everything else is mirror of this. You do R2, U2, R prime, U, R2. Next we have the pi cases. And for the already solved first case, you do R prime F, R2 U prime, R2 F R. For this case, where you have the white piece in the front right corner, you do F, R prime U, R prime U2, F R prime. For this case, where your white piece is in the front left corner, you do F prime U2, F prime U, F prime U, F prime. For this case, where the white piece is in the back left corner, you do F2 U, F2, R prime, F2 R. For this case, where the white piece is in the back right corner, you do RU, R prime, U prime, RU2, R prime.